The follow-up is simple. Ask a question, listen to the answer, then follow up. I'm your host, Noah Kozlov. Enjoy.
Hi, and welcome back to another episode of the Follow-Up Podcast. I'm Eden, and this is my dad, Noah, and every week we sit on my bed and have a different conversation about something we want to talk about. And this week, we're going to talk about Roberto Clemente. I know we've talked about biographies before, that I really like reading them, but we just finished this, and we want to talk about this, and specifically this quote he said. If you have a chance to accomplish something that will make things better for people coming behind you, and you don't do that, you're wasting your time on this earth.
So what do you think that means?
I think it means that if you don't do anything for someone to help, that you can help someone, you don't do anything that's helping someone, then you're just wasting all your time, on the earth.
Right, I agree. And so we learned from Roberto Clemente. So Roberto Clemente was Grandpa Sonny's favorite athlete as a kid, and since he grew up in Pittsburgh, and was there for so many of the major moments of Clemente on the field. And then when I was growing up, he became my favorite. And we read the book, and he tragically passed away when he was 38 on New Year's Eve in 72. So we spent a lot of time talking from the book about not just what Clemente did on the field, but what he did off the field. And I think he was just a true leader.
He was. He always helped. He was just always helping someone. When he was in... What was that place called?
When he went to Nicaragua?
Yeah.
Well, that was when he went back home after what turned out to be his final season. When he went back to Puerto Rico, then he was coaching a team of all-stars in Nicaragua. Yeah, that's what it was.
But he was visiting people, kids that were in hospital, so he was spending his time in caring, going and seeing them.
Yes, right.
And it was really nice that he was also taking bags of just coins and giving them out to people who needed.
Yeah, so there are lots of different ways to help people coming behind you. So I think the greater idea is that he was leaving a legacy.
He was. So other people could do what he was doing and be a leader and help people, just give money to people who need, try doing what he did.
Right.
And spread his legacy more and more and more.
Right, so not just, so it wasn't just about giving money,
right,
but it was about
how he cared.
Sharing your time and volunteering and your love and creating these foundations,
right,
that all the players that have come since, who have followed in his footsteps. So now there's the Roberto Clemente Award in Major League Baseball that is given every year during the World Series in a beautiful celebration and a ceremony that fortunately I've been able to attend a few times. And it's given to the player who embodies the spirit of Roberto Clemente the most. And a lot of players, and especially Latin players, will say that that's the most significant honor that they could receive, more so than the MVP award. Anything that
it probably is, because it's it makes you feel good that you've done so many things, and even if you didn't get it, but you still know that you've been doing lots of things for people, and you might not have done a lot, but you've done things that Roberto Clemente did, or even other things. You still know that you're doing the right thing and being a leader like that.
Right. I like the way you said that. What are the types of things that you can do during the day at your age?
Well,
to help.
To help, you could. It's you could help someone, give strategies to people. If in school, if some of my friends can't solve things, they just ask me sometimes, and I'm look at this. I don't solve it for them, but I give them strategies to help them.
Right, so that's helpful. So
I'm not helping them every way, but I'm helping them in a different way by giving them something, a strategy, and then they help themselves.
Right, exactly. Yeah, and there are other ways that even little things, I think, that
can be big.
Right. So I always think that you never know what someone else is going through that day.
Yeah, you don't.
You never know. Someone could be having an awful day, and something that I do might turn around their day. It could be holding a door for somebody. It could be saying please and thank you. Things that we would always do, or holding the elevator for somebody, or simply when someone says how was your day, you say good, how was yours? So just really showing that you do care. That you do care about people. And I think oftentimes it goes overlooked how easy it is to be a good person. And Roberto Clemente fought a lot of segregation when he played. I think many just think that this impacted the black players, and we're just talking about baseball at the moment, but I think so many people think that this just impacted the black players, but you read all about Roberto Clemente at spring training in Florida, where he couldn't go to the same restaurants, or he couldn't go to the pool, he couldn't play golf. It was just go to this house and then go to the baseball field. And he never understood it, and he fought really hard for equal rights. Mm-hmm.
And even like people were talking about something else now, but saying like calling him like Bob on his card, Bob Clemente.
Right,
Like, that makes no sense.
Which is disrespectful.
Very.
Because his name was Roberto, and they were trying to Americanize him, but his name was Roberto. And what about what the reporters were doing? Do you remember?
Like,
so
hit the ball, heat the ball.
Right. So as he would say it, he would say, "I heat the ball,"
But they would know it was hit, but they would write it heat.
Yeah.
Which is also a little confusing because he also could be saying like heat, like air, but
True.
not really.
Right. But they were right. But the reporters were being disrespectful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because usually a reporter would just you understand what the player's saying, and you write down what the player's saying, not in an accent. That's unfair.
Yeah.
It's not like they would do that for players with a deep Southern accent. Yeah, not just disrespectful. That was racist what they were doing. Mm-hmm. Yet he managed all the time to be above it and be a leader. So that's a lesson.
It is.
That no matter what, you can still be a leader.
No matter anything, like not just in his way he did it.
Mm-hmm.
You can do it like he didn't do it like exactly every way, like 1, 2, 3, like every way.
Mm-hmm.
There's still other ways like that other people do.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like one person can do every way in the whole world, but
exactly.
It can be.
Right, everyone can do it. Yeah, everyone can do it in their own way.
And he did a lot of good.
Yeah, so now maybe, every day when I say, be respectful and responsible, be confident, be a leader, and have fun. So now maybe when we say be a leader, you'll maybe think about Roberto Clemente. Mm-hmm. Yeah, all right. I love you.
I love you, Dada.